Hey there. In one of my last two sessions, I pulled off a massive bluff with 10-8 offsuit, and I think that's worth sharing, so without further ado, I'll let you guys hop right into the video.
So in this hand, everybody and their mother limps to the button. The button tries to squeeze, and then everybody calls, so just a standard 1-2 hand. The flop comes King of Hearts, 7 of Hearts, King of Diamonds, and everyone checks and flow to the button, who decides to check back. The turn comes to 6 of Diamonds, giving us a pair. It checks to us. I don't think our 6 is good here. I bet $30 into 55 or whatever size, and everybody folds and patel. So in this hand, the $5 Strau is on. Early position limps in. I have 8, 7 of hearts. Could raise, could limp, decide to limp in. Both the blinds and the Strau decide to hop in for the ride, so we're going 5 ways into a limped pot with 8, 7 of hearts. The flop comes King of Hearts, 3 of clubs, 8 of clubs. The early position player, ABC Rec, decides to lead into 4 people, so it's literally just a king or a flush draw. There's not much analysis here. I have a pair. I hop in for one more street. Now, the turn comes slightly above average, giving us trips. And now the EP player keeps bang for half pot 25 into 49. So at the time of this recording, this player seems to be quite on the sticky side and doesn't like folding top pair. So given that information, and given that it's very likely this player is a little bit more on the passive side, maybe not raising king jack, king 10, or even sometimes even limping in with ace king, sometimes I think we just have to raise here to target a king or a flush draw. If she has a flush draw, oh well, she may fold patel, but I don't think they're going to fold a king if I raise here. So that's why I do. Because I don't think they're going to fold a king, I decide to raise for value. I decide to raise 100 into 25, sizing SPR to be whatever it is on the river, sizing up for a jam. I don't remember because this is several weeks in the future. The villain now decides to go into a 50-second tank and eventually ends up making the call. The river comes the 2 of diamonds, so it's an absolute brick. And right now, SPR is around 0.6. Villain has 150-ish left in her stack, so I do the only thing that's possible, and I'll just let the video play.
Who covers? Ace 8?
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't have you on an 8.
Okay, so this is a really fun hand, guys. There's 2 limps to the button. Button's an X Pro. X Pro raises to 11 against all the limpers. I have 10 offsuit. No, we should fold, but I don't care, so I call, and the other 2 limpers come along for the ride. The flop comes deuce, 3, ace, rainbow. It checks all the way around on the flop. The turn comes in 8. I take my showdown value and check it. Checks to the decent reg. Reg decides to make it 20 into 45. And the button folds, so now it's on me. So now we have to play this game that we call What is his range? Alright, so let's go over this information. The bet was $20 into a pot of precisely $45 on the turn on 2 of diamonds, 3 of spades, 8 of clubs. On the turn, 8 of clubs here. Our hand is 10 of clubs, 8 of hearts. So what is villain's range here? So can he have 2 pair combos? Yes, he could. He could have 24 combos of ace deuce, ace 3, ace 8. But I think he probably does use a bigger size here to target some random ace x hand. I don't think he has this full frequency, maybe a third of the time. So I'm giving him 8 combos of 2 pair. Can he have sets? Yes, but again, I feel like a set just goes a bigger size than less than half pot, like 20 into 45. So I'll give him maybe 2 combos of sets, not full frequency. Now, what can he have most of the time? He has medium strength hands like this. Excuse my stickman. I'll just leave him right here. Okay, so he can have all combos of offsuit ace x hands from ace 4 to ace 10. So there's approximately 60 combos, give or take. But sometimes he raises ace 10, so ace 10 off. So maybe call it like 50. 58. I don't really know the math. This math isn't really correct, but just trust me, he has lots of combos of all these weak ace x hands. And then he has, I can just get this stickman to move. Just the stickman to move here. Just a second. Let me grab the stick guy. Okay, he has all these low strength flush draws, like 10 9 of clubs, or king seven of clubs, not or low strength hands, not low strength flush draws. He has some complete air, which I don't really know how many combos he has. He can have some 6-5 for the gut shot. So basically what I'm saying is most of his range is just going to be medium strength hands or low strength hands, and he's not going to have that many strong hands. It's unlikely. So that's my little segment with my stickman. Okay, so given all that new information, the question now is what size do I check raise on the turn, turning our 8 into a bluff here? And the answer to that is probably $120, which is what I went for. The reason I went for 120 is because I wanted to choose a size he continues with the medium strength portion of his range, like a lot of the ace-x hands that will fold later on the river. I prefer those hands called one more time, and I think those hands are going to be quite sticky, so this is the largest size that I think is reasonable, that I have a river overbet behind, that those still call the turn. You get the point, basically whatever. The river is going to come a queen of clubs, and the pot's going to be about $285. I have around, I think, 1.75 SPR, so I shove for approximately 1.75x pot. I don't know the precise numbers, anywhere from whatever to whatever, I don't know. Anyway, he folds 2 pair, which is, well, I did not expect that, and we show the bluff.
Really, what are you doing? It's the vlog effect. Vlog effect.
Let's go!
What are you doing here? That's the
Let's
biggest
go.
punch I've seen in my entire life. That's nice.
That's it.
You called, right?
Yeah. What do you think?
No, he folded. He folded. He folded. Open mucked. Quick side note. I realized, I think right after the bluff, maybe not right after, but at least right now it's quite obvious to me. If this guy's folding ace deuce, ace 3 offsuit, or any of the 2 pair here, which is basically his top of range other than sets that he may or may not even have when he uses that size on the turn, I think he's basically just folding almost his entire range. So actually this line probably prints the turn check raise line over bet river when they just don't have very many strong hands. So in this next hand, we peel 7-6 of spades on the button. A good reg, under the gun, opens to $10. The cutoff calls to 10. We have 7-6 of spades. There's no need for us to 3-bet here and squeeze out all the casual players between us and the good reg. So we just flat with 7-6 of spades, and then the blind calls, I think. So we're going 4 ways in a single raise pot. The flop comes jack of spades, 4 of spades, queen of clubs. It checks through to me on the button, and with my flush draw, I decide to bet $20 into 40. And I verbalize it, so what actually happens is the under the gun and cutoff beat me into the pot because I'm too slow. The turn comes the 6 of clubs, and that gives us a pair, which I think is no good, simply because when both under the gun and cutoff call, I think they have a lot of showdown value hands, king jack, ace jack, jack 10, and then they have gut shows like ace king, ace 10, even has like pocket 10s and pocket 9s from the under the gun player. So I really don't think our 6 is good enough to take our showdown against 2 ranges, but I think we can get a lot of their weak queen x holdings from the cutoff and showdown value and gut shots from under the gun to fold by the river. So that's what I do. I decide to go 100 into 100. The under the gun player has different plans and thinks $100 isn't enough and reps his entire stack in for $270. So it's going to be another 170 for me to call into the pot, and then the cutoff fold. So now we have a decision against an aggressive player who's very loose. Against such an aggressive player, I think this player can have a lot of bluffs like ace-king that they're check ripping the turn with, has like ace-10 that they're check ripping the turn with, club draws, and bare flush draws that don't have a pair. So at the time, I'm not sure how I did the pot odds math, but I remember at the time deciding that I was getting the correct odds to call if he was bluffing ace-king, ace-10 enough. And I don't know, I just remember putting the money in. The pot odds math is on the screen. To be honest, I think the pot odds math was super close. Like, even if you didn't have a pair, I think the odds for us to call off with a flush draw were also super close.
Anybody want a drink?
I'm okay, thank you.
One time.
Michael gets to
You have.
A pair.
Show.
A good pair.
4-7, I have a flush.
Why are you making him show his pair?
Yeah, he jammed. Yeah.
What do you mean show
yeah.
pair? You have a pair, which pair are you to fold?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
He didn't say which pair.
You didn't say.
I guess my air's kind of flush.
Yeah.
You were ahead the whole way.
Okay, so in this hand we have ace jack offsuit on the hijack, and there's 4 limps to us. I actually limp in, and the reason I do that is because there's the super loose aggro player from the previous hand is sitting on my direct left, and I think he's gonna squeeze really light against so many limpers. There's just too much dead money for him. So I limp in expecting him to squeeze, which he does, to 15. And here's the thing, the man's on Clash Royale. Like, it makes it so much less likely he has a strong hand if he's on Clash Royale. I think if he had aces or kings or queens, he'd be slightly more invested in the pot. So for that reason, and the fact that I know he's squeezing really light when there's so much dead money, I just ship my entire stack in. I just have to get through the loose aggro player, and then everyone else is going to fold, and he pretty much snap folds his hand, so he has complete garbage. And we ended up taking down free dead money. We peel ace-10 of diamonds in the cutoff, MP opens, someone else flats. I debate between squeezing and flatting for a bit, but I just flat. The button flats on my left, and then the big blind flats, so we're 5 ways to the flop. Flop comes 10 of hearts, deuce of diamonds, 4 of diamonds. It checks all the way to me on the cutoff. I bet 10 into 35, and the casual player in the big blind and a casual on my right both call, so we're in position against 2 casual players. The 3 of spades rose off on the turn, and now something interesting happens. The person on my right leads $20 into 65, so what's his range? I think his range here is exclusively complete air or bullshit gut shots. This player's going to have some really egregious sizing tail, so when he leads 1/3 pot on the turn, he just never has the nutted hands here ever. He leads 20 into 65, so he just doesn't have a strong hand. Like, I'm 100% certain if he has a strong hand, he just goes bigger. So we have to decide between flying or raising for protection. It's pretty close, but I think when he misses his gut shot or air on the river, he'll just bluff it. So I decided just to flat. You could raise. So the river rose off the deuce of spades, and now he goes 65 into about 105. And if we thought he didn't have a strong hand on the turn, I still don't think he has a strong hand now. And actually in-game you can see me think that this is actually a very close spot. But it actually isn't, so I'll just roll the clip.
What?
This is pretty sketchy. What do you want me to do? Alright, yeah. Here we go. What do you have? What do you got?
What's up, guys?
Rare 2. But 8 high.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I call.
Okay.
I call.
Open.
Once or twice, up to you.
I don't care.
1.
Let's go once.
No flip over?
So I don't get to see this.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
What?
Wow.
I see. You want to show.
You're
Come on, show.
okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
he tried to slow roll.
Slow
too.
roll. You actual slow roll.
So I played this hand pretty badly, so we should talk about it. We have Queen 10 of spades in middle position. We raise to $11 and half the table and their mother calls us, so we're going 5 ways to the flop. So the flop comes Queen 10-4 with 2 clubs. There's about 55 in the middle. I fire $15, which is a little bit too small, but that's not the reason I don't like this hand. So we have a slight sizing error, whatever. Okay, we move on. And 2 people call us. So now the turn brings the deuce of clubs, bringing in the flush. It checks to me. I consider value betting, but multi-way is a little bit thin, so eventually I do check it back. The river brings the 9 of hearts. Now the small blind leads $5 into about 90. The player in between us folds, so I just treat the $5 like a check. I want to choose a size that a weak queen calls, or maybe even like a 10, or maybe like 10 with a club blocker. I don't really know. I just make it $50 to hope maybe a small blind flicks in the call here. The small blind now decides to min-click shove. So the small blind shoves in $100 about, And now this is just stupid, because now we're getting like infinite pot odds, but this is just never a bluff. So this is what I don't like about this hand, because I actually level myself into making this call, but this is just not a bluff ever in 10 million years. Like, this is just always a hand that beats us. The small blind is a rec player and is spazzy, but I just don't think this is just stupid. It should just fold here, and I level myself into making a call. I think I can find a fold here. This is just losing money long term in these tiny spots where I just leak money. So whatever. We lose.
What you're talking about?
Okay, whatever. Take it. Flush is good. Flush is good. You no flush.
She has king jack.
Show.
She has king jack.
King jack. Yeah, straight.
That's the end of our quick video. Thanks for watching. And we're going to have end of year results coming up on the screen. Unfortunately for me, I apparently don't know how to use Excel spreadsheets properly, so I messed up like 2/3 of my data for the year. I only have data for August to December, so I'll leave it up on the screen here for a quick refresher for you guys to see. All right, so in August, we played a whopping 80 hours, made a measly $665, and with a win rate of $8.30 an hour, which is a bit disappointing, but we're just gonna move on from August. September, I played 6.5 hours, lost $200, and I guess technically that's a loss of $30 an hour, but it's not a lot of data for September, so I'm whatever. I'm okay with it. October, played 27 and 2/3 of an hour, made $300, and again, a measly disappointing almost $11 an hour. That's kind of disappointing, but again, what can you do? November's a little bit better. It played 30 hours and 2/3 of an hour, made $2,900 with a win rate of $94 an hour, which is not bad. December, 57 hours, made $1,100. It's about $19.30 an hour. And honestly, December I didn't play very well. I wasn't playing very good in December. I probably could have made a lot better decisions, so we'll reflect on that. And the total statistics from August to December, that's about $24.40 an hour, playing for about 200 hours. So it's kind of, in my opinion, that's alright, but it's not really where I want to be. But we'll make a note of that for next year.